Hello, this is Christy Jones, holistic health coach and mindfulness educator and trainer. And today I wanted to talk about emotions. And so often we can feel controlled by our emotions. Have you ever had that feeling like maybe something happens and you feel a little bit grumpy, and then that feeling just kind of continues throughout the day? And so sometimes we feel like things happen to us and it makes us feel a certain way, and we literally hold that emotion in our body. And what happens over time is we start to feel kind of heavy, like the world's weighing on us, and it's not a whole lot of fun. So I want to throw out a different concept to you today. In all the training that I've done, in the mindfulness movements and the healing exercises that I've been trained in, and I teach and pass on to educators and private clients and the teens that I work with also, is learning how we can be the master of our brain and how we can manage our emotions. And a simple concept that I work with is that emotions are energy. Emotions are just energy, and we can change our energy. And so just because we have an emotion or a thought doesn't mean that we have to keep it. It is healthy to always recognize where you're at. Like, oh, what am I experiencing right now? Why is that there? So I'm never a fan of glossing over or just pushing aside, because then we're actually suppressing. But, if we realize that our emotions are energy, we have a choice. And if we can step back and realize, oh wow, okay, right now I'm feeling kind of upset. Wonder why I'm feeling kind of upset, and allowing ourselves to see what's there. Stepping back is always a great place to start the process of transformation, that we actually have another choice when we can step back and observe. I talked about this the other day. When we can step back and observe, we can see other solutions, we can make other choices. So right now, do I want to continue to feel upset, or do I feel like there's another option for me? And so one of the things that I look at is, that we have a choice of how we feel. And a quick way that we can actually change our energy is through movement. And so when we're feeling upset or frustrated, sometimes just moving your body, this is why I teach the tapping, or, some of the games that I've taught, the wow wow hand clapping game. All the power brain exercises that I teach change the energy in our body like that. It changes our emotional state really quickly. Sometimes even just taking a couple deep breaths will change your state too. The key is to become aware. One is that our emotions are energy, and that we can change them. We have that power to change them, whether it's changing a thought, it's getting up and moving, it's doing some breathing. But something that I wanted to introduce you today that's been a real tool that I use is something called the map of consciousness. So I'm going to show you this map. Can you see the map of consciousness right here? So if it's the map of conscious levels, and you can look it up online, I will post this video and then the map of conscious levels underneath that. But the map of conscious levels shows that each emotion actually has a vibrational frequency. So if we get that everything is energy in our universe, and that everything is also vibrational, so energy has a vibration, and so our emotions have a vibration. And so our lowest vibrating emotions are shame and guilt. They're the lowest vibration. So when we're in shame or guilt, we're generally feeling pretty bad about ourselves, bad about the situations that we're in. And our highest vibrating emotions are love, peace, and joy. And we actually have a choice of where we want to be. And so one of the things that I like to do is I keep a copy of this map of conscious levels, and I encourage the people that I work with, if I'm working with teachers or kids or private clients, to check in with themselves and notice where they're at. Like when we wake up in the morning, where are we actually at? What emotions are we feeling? And it's totally fine to be wherever you're at. Anywhere you want to be is perfectly fine. But look and see if where you're at is where you want to be. If I'm feeling like kind of guilty about something, is it that something that I can take care of and raise my emotion? Is there a conversation I need to have with somebody? How can I fix that and choose to consciously change my emotion? Or we can unconsciously stay in that place and just keep that vibration, keep that energy level, and our day, we might not have a great day. So one of the reasons I share this is that we want to, as we're up to creating things in our life, what energy level or what vibration are we in? Because if we're up to creating great things in our life, there's, something we want to create, there's a job we want to go for, there's something a lesson we want to create, whatever it is, we want to look at what vibration and what emotion am I at currently. So if we come to something, this I use a lot with parents too, if we're in fear about our kids and we're reacting out of fear, we're actually going to be sending more fear, and we're not going to get the solution we want. So when we're working with our kids and we want to raise our vibration, what would it be like to come, and I'm just throwing things out there, use what's useful, you don't have to believe any of this if you don't want to, but what would it be like to come to that situation, that same situation that we might be coming to in fear, in a place of love and peace and joy? Would your solution be different? I know for myself, when I step back and I'm looking at, okay, well, maybe it's how do I want to create something for my wellness lessons, right? I want to make sure I'm coming from that place, from a high vibration, from love and peace and joy. I check in with myself if I'm looking at, especially raising my own kids, if I'm ever coming from a place of fear or concern or guilt, that the solutions I come up with are not going to get me really where I want to go. They're not going to be a benefit of my child. They're not going to be a benefit of my business. They're not going to be a benefit because I'm coming from a place of lack. And so anyway, I just wanted to throw this concept out to you and to introduce you to the map of conscious levels. To me, I just love this, and I keep it to where I can see it throughout the day and just regularly check in with myself. Where am I right now? And it's going to be very normal that we're in different places throughout the day, but where is our main place that we live? Where is it that we want to be at? Even when we're looking at challenging situations, what is that, do we want to react in fear in that situation? I know I'm probably repeating myself. Or could we actually raise our vibration, us feeling good and taking care of our own emotional state? We can actually be of more service to people that are going through things that are challenging, where if we're actually then becoming in fear or upset ourselves, we're going to be sending that same energy. We're not going to be of service to people when we actually lower our vibration. So our best way that we can take care of ourselves, the best way that we can be support to others, is to be really aware of our own vibrational frequency, to be aware of our emotions. And I call this really being in charge of our own emotional state. That if we really check in with our own emotions and take responsibility for that, then we're able to be present and be with other people and not take on their emotional state or not let them give us their emotional state either. So comment and let me know if this is helpful and what's useful or not. I throw out and share different concepts that I think have been really helpful and that I use in my life and I use working with others. But just because I think it's great doesn't mean that it's something that somebody else has to think is great. So I'd love to hear from you. Have a great day.